Welcome back to the Tropical Update. It's Wednesday, September 27th. I'm Tom. I'll be guiding you through the graphics. We're going to be talking about Maria and where it's going to be going and the impacts it's having up there on the Outer Banks. We're also going to be looking at Hurricane Lee, which they believe will become a major hurricane before it starts to weaken and move off to the northeast. First, let's look at Maria. This is 11 p.m. It was 150 miles east of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. The winds were 70 miles an hour. Pressure was 975 millibars, and it was moving north at 7 miles per hour. They believe it'll keep pretty much this forward motion. Could actually slow a little bit before it starts to make that turn to the northeast, and then it'll accelerate and probably be doing 30 to 40 miles an hour in a couple days. And here is our cone, and it shows that it's going to be making that turn to the east, northeast, and you can see how the cone is stretched out, say between Saturday and Sunday. In 24 hours, it's going to be moving right at about 40 miles an hour plus, so it's going to speed up once it makes that turn. And here is our storm surge. It's still 2 to 4 feet for the Outer Banks. They very well could get a little more than that, depending on the tides. And next up, we're going to be showing the watches and warnings. And if it'll load, there it is. They have not really changed. There still is a tropical storm warning from Norfolk down to Emerald Isle. That includes Hatteras and Kill Devil Hills. The conditions have got better further south, like near Myrtle Beach. Now here is our spaghetti models, and pretty much they're just showing that it's getting ready to make that turn and head off to the northeast. So no surprises there. And here's our cone for Hurricane Lee. At 11 p.m. it had 110 mile an hour winds, and it was moving west at 9 miles an hour. They do believe that it will become a major hurricane. That's winds over 110 miles per hour. But as it starts to move north and then take its turn to the northeast, they think that it will weaken, but probably only down to just a Cat 1 hurricane. So we'll be watching that, but it's moving totally away from the U.S. mainland. Next up is our beach forecast. It's changed very little from last night. They still have a red warning out for the Outer Banks, but down near Myrtle Beach and Carolina Beach, it's just into the yellow. But they're having a lot of problems with high surf and rip currents. Well, I'm going to play you a little video, and this will tell you about rip currents. So hang on.
Your grandma called it undertow. Your uncle called it a riptide. It's a rip current. There's no current that pulls you under in the beach. A rip current pulls you out. You can recognize a rip current by its foamy, choppy surface. It'll have sand mixed up in it, and it'll be a little different color than the rest of the water. Rip currents are responsible for 80% of all rescues in the surf environment. People get really scared or tired trying to swim against the current, and that's when they have problems.
Swim along the shoreline and then on an angle back to shore. If you're unable to do that, just stay floating in the rip current. Eventually its pull will dissipate. And if you're really unable to even stay afloat, turn around, face shore, wave your arms, yell for help. If you see someone in trouble, get help from a lifeguard. If there's no lifeguard available, throw them something that floats and give them advice on how to get back to shore. Every year people drown trying to rescue others.
When you go to the beach, remember, this is not a pool and it's not a pond. If you're a non-swimmer, you have no business going out in the surf environment.
And now our space weather. We have a G1 and a G2 watch out, and I've been looking at some of the websites, and they still think that probably North Dakota and let's see, Wisconsin, Minnesota will be able to see the Northern Lights probably on Thursday. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, and appreciate all the subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit the button and subscribe. Hit the like button. If you have any questions, be sure to post them, and we'll get back to you with an answer if we can. So until next time, stay safe, have a great day, and we'll be talking to you soon.